We got to turn my boys on. Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. How you doing in old YouTube land? You know what I just realized I forgot to do? I forgot to bring my boys alive behind me. Pardon me for a second. You see, when I flick the switch, we can bring them alive. We're Apollo 13 astronauts. Like I said, later on I'll show you in the further videos how you can probably make something like this. All you need is a motor, a picture of who you like, and if you're artistic, you can paint something and make the head, the top part of the person separate, and then the bottom where he stands. And I'll show you how all the mechanisms work. That'll be an upcoming video. I'll make a small scale size of a model to show you how it works, and then show you the big guys. Well, I'm here to say hi to everybody and all my fans and all my friends. And it's evening. Yes, it's so hot out there. Like I say, I wish I could go swimming. Oh, Jeffrey said hi. Hello, how you doing? I hope everybody's doing fine. I know we had to stay. Oh, you too? Okay. Hey, Jeffrey, I bet you don't like having to stay in quarantine for another month to the end of April, huh? I guess we're kind of like the astronauts when they get back. They got to be in quarantine, but at least it's only a week. This virus is keeping us in quarantine too long. Let's see. I am doing pretty good. How about you? And well, how about you? No, I don't. And he says, ha ha ha. Okay, I know it's not fun. I know. Okay, without further ado, I'm going to tell you the rest of the Apollo 13 alignment story. Where the guys remember where we left off in the first 15, 18-minute part of the movie that I did 81. Well, it was later on. I had a friend of mine called Barry, and he was my fiance. He liked the cartoon a lot, my Apollo 13 cartoon. And he liked that first cartoon, and actually, I liked it too. And I wanted to continue the rest of the story because I didn't really finish the rest of the episode. So when I made the first one, I did it with movie film. It was a stop action. And then the old camera broke down. So I had to find something else that did stop action animation at that time. And I had to stop a while. That's why the other half I had to add on later on. And I came out with VHS cameras that did single frame animation. And then I was able to continue the story. So here's the rest of the story. There was one movie I did, and believe it or not, I began the story. I began animating the story in 1981. 1981. And 1991, I had to wait 10 years until I got some kind of device to finish the second half. So in 1991, when I met my friend Barry, fortunately, he passed on a few years before we had a chance to be married. Actually, about 20 years now, 21 years ago. But he loved my cartoon a lot, and he inspired me to continue making the stories. That's why I went on making the Froggies, because he liked frogs. And if I have to tell you more though, that it's kind of sad, that part. And I don't want to talk about sad things right now, especially in a time like this. We want to talk about good stuff. Let's get on with some more big stuff. Okay. I'll get into the other story another time. Okay, let's see. Big stuff, museum, embryo. Oh, when I was continuing on the rest of the movie, I did a layout of what was the next scenes that were going to happen in part 2. And yeah, I can give you a rough on. Now, the illustrations that I made, the other half of the movie was long. They made the 18-minute movie into a 2 hours and I think 2 hours and 15 minutes or 2 hours and 10-minute movie. So there was a lot of other part of this movie. And this is pretty much how the layout of what goes on, and then I'll show you the story. It first starts out with scene where Biggie cleaning the museum. He's cleaning the black hole. The alien embryo comes out of the black hole. Biggie gets to know that they get to know each other, Biggie and Embryo, they become best friends. Biggie shows Embryo to Carl, and the other two astronauts are Jim and Hayes and Carl. And Carl first didn't believe him, but when he sees the embryo, then he believes. A lot of people don't believe people unless they see it happen. I know. That's how it is in life. Then then Biggie and Carl and Embryo, they all see each other. They all know each other. And then says they first don't believe it, but then they do when they see it. I said it a couple of times. I think I reversed some stuff, but that's basically how I did it. Then after all of them know each other, the Earth starts to wobble. Now, don't forget the Earth at this time is in Jupiter. Is one of Jupiter's moons, so it's a different gravitational pull. And all of a sudden, the Earth is starting to wobble, and then there's a wobbling going on. And that's what's happening in the world with the earthquakes and up. And this one, the world actually, when you're on a cruise ship and it sways back and forth, that's the kind of effect. And then Biggie goes to the computer where Biggie goes and looks at what's going on. It starts to go ape. It goes out of warning. It goes warning, warning, warning. Biggie sees the warnings, and what's happening is that the Earth, because it's in a different gravitational pull, and it's trying to go around the sun, and it kind of causes that polar shift of the Earth to turn over. So our Earth in this cartoon, instead of being this way, it was zoop that way. And there was a song called "Oh, Oh, the Earth Turned Over." Oh, can't you see? Now, scientists thought that in some history, in some science books, they did say that the Earth turned over one time like that. So I figured I'd add that in for fun. That's where I got that from. So the Earth tips over. Let's see. And then after the Earth tips over, Biggie's eyes get big as he sees the whole world. He looks out the window and he sees the Earth tipping over, leaving the big eye of Jupiter, the planet Jupiter, staring at him. The big storm that they call the big eye. And at that time, the Jupiter looked right at him. And then I made it kind of funny, because when he went to the computer, all the boys said, "What's going on? What's going on?" Biggie went to the computer and he's trying to figure all this out, and he finds out what happened. The Earth turned over, and then when as the big eye of Jupiter stared at him, the big eye of Jupiter looked at him and winked, and he went, "Okay, I'm going to tell them that the Earth tipped over, but I'm not going to tell them that Jupiter just winked at me. Fair enough, they don't believe me. What's with the moon that time?" Oh, poor Biggie. Nobody wants to believe him. And then all of a sudden, because the polar shifted, the Earth turned from South Pole to North Pole to North Pole to South Pole. The weather goes crazy. Where it was cold gets hot, where it gets cold, where it goes, and now they're going around a different planet at a different speed. And Jupiter turns fast. So the Earth is being caught fast, and it's going from the sun to the hot, to the sun to the hot. So actually, because it was caught in Jupiter's thing, do you know that it takes 10 hours for Jupiter to rotate one time? And being the Earth was caught into Jupiter's gravitational pull, and it became one of its moons. Every 10 hours, it's night and day, night and day. It was like a faster day. And it seems like our days are getting shorter right at the moment right now. It kind of has that kind of thing in it. Yeah. And it's starting to go crazy. And then all of a sudden, as that's happening, the meteors that are around the ring of Jupiter, there's all that meteors, there comes to be a meteor shower starts to happen. And some of the meteors are getting caught into the gravitational pull. Oh, look what's happening. The whole world's going on. See, that's why scientists got to see. If he didn't have the Lord, the creator of all of heaven and earth, who created everything, in control of the cosmos, keeping everything in order, and this, everything was just left to go by itself, it would all fall apart. Everything will go in chaos. See, that's why it is designed by the hand of the artist. It couldn't be just by itself. It works like clockwork. I mean, if we leave something mechanical on its own for a long period of time, eventually it breaks down and goes nuts, right? Well, and that's what the Lord did. He wanted to show who's in charge of his creation. He allowed it to do that just to get the message across. That's the whole idea behind this movie, you see. So the meteors get caught in the atmosphere, and the meteor showers. So these rocks begin to fall. And guess what happens? The computer goes to Biggie, sees it, goes, meteor shower, meteor shower. And Biggie goes, oh no, more things falling out of the sky. And he said, I'm inside. I'm not going to get the meteors. So the meteors do get them. He goes outside. He gets more meteors on him. Wherever he goes, there's meteors following him. And he goes, animator. You know, I was teasing him in the cartoon. There's a reaction between the cartoon character and me in this cartoon. This is a comedy. This is so funny. I was having a ball making this. I was laughing my head off when I was writing this out. It was a good time. I was really silly. But I tell you, I point across, you know, you don't mess around with the creator who created everything. He's in charge. So at that time, there's another thing that's happening too. Now that the Earth's in Jupiter's orbit, meteors are crashing in. The gravitational pull is changing. And let's see, 12, yeah, here. Gravitational pull is changing. I have it here. Then at this time of the cartoon, this goes to show you how old this cartoon is. The story. At the time when I made this cartoon, I think Jupiter only had 16 moons. And fortunately, recent studies of today, and poor Biggie, it only had, well, yeah, that's right. Today, they found and discovered that the Jupiter doesn't have 16 moons anymore. Due to all the spacecraft that travels around it, they discovered more moons. Poor Biggie, if you already knew this. If I knew that when I made this cartoon, oh boy. Right if you had put up all the moons that were in this cartoon that fell on them. See, these moons were falling. It's like the previous cartoon. It was 67 moons they find now. From 16 moons to 67 moons. Yeah, boy. Poor Biggie. You would be in trouble, right? Goes to show you how science keeps changing. All right. Now, I just showed the time lapse of the story, how far back, how science keeps finding new stuff. You see, the Lord is the creator of all is. Man says, oh, I'm smart. I found all these. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't. Now, here's another funny thing, too. I got to make a funny cartoon about this. Ever since I made big stuff cartoons and all the movies I've been making, Pluto was a planet. Just recently, they say Pluto is not a planet anymore. Ever since I was a kid, for 50 years, I studied Pluto. It's a planet. And all of a sudden, Pluto's not a planet? Duh. That will puzzle big stuff and the other astronauts. I bet okay. Kind of weird, right? I tell you, science does keep changing. From 60 moons to 67 moons. 67 moons. Can you imagine 67 moons getting on top of Biggie? Oh boy. Because that's what happens over this cartoon. Biggie goes to the computer and he's saying, The moons are falling. The moons are falling. And again, they tease him about the moons. Forget Biggie. That happened already. That's not going to happen again. Well, if the moons fall, we're going to fall. They say, yeah, because we're part of the moons. You know, these moons are falling. They're in a different orbit, but they're going to fall. The whole need to ask because we weren't supposed to be here. I guess the gravitational pull is pulling it towards us. And they're falling. Nobody wants to listen to him. Nothing. Not at all again. So the moons. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead of myself. There's a lot that happens in this movie. It's kind of funny. Yeah, 60 minutes falling. Let's see. As the moons are getting ready to fall, the gravity is changing, and there's the loose gravity. It's already in the scene. I think I'm being mistaken the way I laid this out. As the world is plummeting. Oh, this is this is a layout, a fast layout. Yeah, that's right. The moons are falling. All the moons fall. And what if I'm Biggie? I'm going to tell you the other part of the story. Yeah, the moons fall. After all the moons fall, all 16 moons in this song, this movie, the first moon to fall is Io. And it's a funny scene when Io falls on Biggie, and some funny stuff happens in this movie. It's like, and then another character called Ghibli Sally is in this movie too, but I don't have pictures of that part. It's really a long movie, and I'm probably gonna edit it and show you the whole thing. I'm trying to see how I can edit them all because I got copywritten music inside, and I got to take it out. I got to put my own music in it, and I don't have the proper equipment, so I'm gonna try it. I see some people writing, nice drawing. Oh, how sweet. I have to go to eat. Okay, Jeffrey. I'm reading all the things here. I'm doing pretty good about you. Yeah. Hi, Jason. Hello. Another live stream. Yep, another live stream. Uh, yeah, I'm back. You got the big smile faces. I like the little smile faces. Okay, Jason. I'm doing part. If you guys see the part one, I'm talking about a story that I made years ago. It's called The Alignment on the Apollo 13 astronauts. It was the original story. So we're getting into the crashing of the moon here, the Earth and the planet. When the cosmos goes out of whack. And I'm just looking at some old notes. And as you can see in the back here, I also was designing a big stuffed doll. This is how I make my stuffed animals. I put the face out, then I break the pieces apart, and then I make a pattern off of it. That's a diagram of the big stuffed doll that you see back here. Biggie stuff. See my big stuff. Woohoo! Hey, Biggie. See, that's big stuff. You see, it's big, and he's stuffed. Isn't that funny? Okay, see, that's how I did that. See, that's the face pattern, side of the face, the chin piece. See, the piece I made with fuzzy hair. His ears. Let's see, piece on the neck, the back. I'll tell you how I make a stuffed toy later. Okay, big stuff. Let's get on with the show, okay? Okay, Biggie. Let's see. Okay, now let's see. So the planets, the moons fall on top of Biggie. But before the moons fall on Biggie, Biggie keeps warning, the moons are falling, the moons are falling. And nobody wants to believe Biggie that the moons are falling. So he's going toward it again. The moons fall. Then I'll tell you in the pictures what goes on. The gravity starts to disappear because there's no moons anymore. You know how it happens when there's no moons, there's no gravity. So there's no gravity. So everybody was floating up into the sky and everything. And Biggie says, what else can happen? What else could go on? Just that a big wind blows embryo away. Little embryo, the alien, gets caught into a wind because there's no gravity. As the gravity is pulling away and it's making a wind, embryo starts to go up and goes, help, Biggie. Biggie jumps up to get him and he winds up. So they wind up going outward bound. Everybody thought Biggie and embryo were gone. They went out into orbit, into space. They would never return again. Because everybody tried to grab him and they couldn't get him. He went too fast. There's also seen before the gravity got that bad, Hay sneezed and he orbited around the Earth and fell down. But when the gravity got real bad, and at this time they had the astronaut suits on, so Biggie and Embryo had an astronaut suit on, so they were protected from outside. But for how long, right? Well, they went out. Sam and Hayes and everybody, they're gonna miss Biggie. They prayed. They were praying to ask the Lord to, is there any way they could get Biggie back? You know, it's like Hayes went around and he fell down but this was before it got bad gravity. And they were praying to the Lord, and then Carl Sagan was saying, "Well, it's time to pray at a time like this." You know, I got to go over that page, but it so happens that Biggie and Embryo were going outward bound, and they were traveling, and they never knew they were going to come back. They meet the Lord. The Lord grabs them. They talk to the Lord, and He brings them back home. And they appear right in front of Carl Sagan, and he was convinced that the Lord is in control of the cosmos. So let me tell you the rest of the story in pictures. That was the layout. That was the layout of the cartoon. So right now, Mr. Big Stuff. This is my Big Stuff doll that I made. Let me show you the whole thing. He's got legs. See, he's the Big Stuff. He's a real big stuffed doll. I am Mr. Big Stuff, everybody. And I'm here to celebrate April 27th. Will be the best live stream ever. It's a big celebration of the 50th year of me as a Greek cartoon. Margie Jubilee. Okay, Biggie, you gotta go here and I got you some pictures. Yeah, I sit him in my chair if he shows. You don't show over there. I guess I put Biggie back over here so you can see him. Hey, Biggie. Of course, you could stay there. See Biggie over there a little bit. You can see him a little bit, I guess. I don't know for damn as I'm talking. I was talking one day and he's there in the middle. Okay, whatever. His head's speaking out. Okay, let's get on with the story. Okay, scene 1. Alignment to the movie, part 2. Is there a new way to showing how? Oh yeah. This was a new way how Embryo got into the picture of the story. Remember I told you the first story, the alien wound up in the crashing into the spacecraft, and I found out later on that didn't happen with the meteors, and that wasn't the real mission. You want to mess up the real mission, so that was like too much. I wanted to make fantasy and reality separate. See, the original mission is the original mission. So I didn't do that story anymore. That's why I never animated that one. That one never got animated. I may animate it later. My future videos when I celebrate and do other things, but I don't know. It's not really quite. I was 11 years old when I made that story. But now I made a better one. This is a better way Embryo gets into the picture rather than the first attempt. But I do love the part. I did keep in the main part of it. Well, Big Stuff with the sandwich with and the Embryo was walking around, and that was the best part of the whole thing. There it is. Biggie goes to clean the museum. He gets grumpy because he's always getting stuck doing the hard work. So here's Biggie cleaning the museum, and he goes to clean the black hole, that ball that fell out of the sky that called God to save them, made the world be one of Jupiter's moons as they were falling into the sun. So part 1, you'll see what that is all about. All of a sudden, as he's cleaning it, it started to glow. This is also Biggie sneezing because he got some dust in him in the beginning before it started to glow. He sneezed and pressed them. When we got up, he saw that the ball was glowing. Then when he got up, let me see. I got to put these pictures this way. I made a mistake. Let's see. I got to put this way. Okay. As he got up, he sees that the black hole. It's glowing. It's glowing. He's puzzled. What's going on? this thing is alive or something. It's glowing. Oh, my Tony's the other ones are just saying it's glowing. They're not gonna believe me. Then as Big Stump is puzzled, should I tell him or not tell him? Then something happens with that black hole. It starts to crack open, and a little yellow alien comes out called Embryo. And here's Embryo coming out of the black hole. And he goes, "Hi there! Oh, I made it! Woo-hoo." Now, Embryo and Biggie became best of friends. They got to know each other. First, Biggie was scared, and then Embryo was scared. I got a little stretch out a little. And after a while, they got to know each other. Yeah. And that's Embryo and Biggie get to know each other. And then this is when the earth, I said the earth started to shake. This is when the earth starts to turn over. Once Embryo and Biggie are together, the earth starts to shake. And he gets Embryo. He's got to show Embryo to the other guys, but he has to protect Embryo. Before it happens, he's wondering whether the earth will start shaking. This is before it turns over. So he tells Embryo to get into the bag because, it's not safe. And he don't want the other NASA officials to see him. So he'd be protected. But he's going to show him to the other astronauts. He's first going to show to Carl. The tremors stopped at this moment. I don't know why the earth started to shake, but that's okay. I wrote something wrong on that because I don't think that's what happened. I got to play the movie back. It's been a while since I played my movie, so I'm trying to remember it I had to play it back before I did this. I'm remembering this as I'm going along here. I think it's about 30 years ago. Yeah, now this Embryo here, he shows this to Carl Sagan. And Carl, first Carl didn't believe him about you got an alien in bed. And then he shows him, and then Carl goes, "Seeing is to believing, huh?" This how Biggie wasn't playing games. He wanted to show proof that what he was talking about, he really did see. And Fred and Jim, they saw him too. And they were happy and shocked to see that they won't. And they were like surprised that because Carl said couldn't believe that there was an alien inside that black hole. Black holes don't have aliens. That's why he showed it to Carl first. It was Carl Sagan's ball. Now, this is them all getting together and getting to know each other. He shows it to the other two astronauts, and they all got to know each other, and Carl Sagan got to know him. And then all of a sudden, the earth, after Biggie went to the computer and checked out everything was going on and everything, all of a sudden, everybody was scared because the earth was getting ready. Well, it didn't tip over yet, but there was that tremor again happened. And everybody's scared. Biggie, 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 what's going on? Please find out what that shaking is all about. And then Biggie says, Jim says, Biggie. And then Jim says, Biggie, I think we got a problem. His famous line. Biggie, I think we got a problem. Go and check out on the computer what's going on. And of course, Biggie will say, okay, Jim. Okay, Hayes. Whenever I find out on the computer, you're going to believe me, right? Even if the moons are falling. And they go, yeah, we'll believe you. We promise we believe you. Oh, yeah. Okay. They said they believe him. So he went to the computer to find out what was going on. And Biggie sees that the earth is beginning to turn upside down. Then all of a sudden, it really shakes. And the earth turns upside down. As Biggie puzzled as could be. Oh, the earth's upside down? Ooh, is that what happened? He looked out the window and he saw it moving. And now the big eye of Jupiter staring him in the face, and it's winking at him just to see if Jupiter winks back at big stuff in the eyeball. I put that in to be funny. So that big stuff will say, okay, I'm going to tell the guys that the earth turned over. Hope they believe me this time. But I'm not going to tell them that Jupiter just winked at me. They for sure think I'll be crazy. Well, here I go. Let's tell the boys what happened. He wasn't too, he knew that the boys not going to listen to him. So I Killjoy, Tim and Hayes didn't believe him again. What did they do? They laughed and laughed and laughed and laughed like usual. And they all said, Biggie, why don't you lay low? And the earth turned around. Come on. That was an earth tremor, wasn't it? Look at that beautiful view. It looks still in the sky for some strange reason, but it's beautiful. Lay low. So Jim and Hayes are just hanging out, listening to a radio, the music, and just picnicking and getting. And Jim is reading his book. Sam was always teasing Biggie. You mean the earth turned upside down like this? Oh boy. This got Biggie really mad. You promised me you were going to believe me. Then all of a sudden, the computer makes a warning again. And at this time comes those meteor showers. The computer says, meteor showers, meteor showers. There's meteor showers. And then the computer says, and there's also the moons are going to fall. The moons are going to fall. The moons are going to fall. And I go, okay, the moons are going, all 16 of them? Oh, no. Now, of course, at that time it was 16 moons. We know now it's 67 moons, Biggie. 67, not 16 anymore. Oh, no. Oh, no. I'm so glad. I'm so glad it's only 16 moons when I did this movie. Oh, what a headache. But nobody believed them that the moons are going to fall. Come on, these are beautiful moons. These are not going to fall. If they fall, we're going to fall. They didn't believe about the moons falling. They didn't believe that it's going to be meteor showers. And even though there were meteors outside the world. They didn't know that gravitational pull, so everything's all mixed up. They should realize that was going to happen. The computer was saying. Then things started falling apart completely. And what happens? The computer says, Biggie, meteor shower. And Biggie goes, I'm inside. You're not going to get me. Go stay inside. I ain't going to go outside. No meteor. Nobody wants to believe me? I'm staying inside. Fortunately. And then Embryo and Biggie were inside. They were talking to each other. Embryo and I guess Embryo and Biggie were together. They were looking at the computer. Biggie wanted to know, what's meteors? And he said, rocks that fall in the sky. But we're okay. We're inside. They're not going to come here. And then Embryo goes, Biggie, me like these. And, they come inside and he gets in the head with them. The meteor's going outside, not in the house. Ooh. So he said, okay, meteor shower. So he gets, what does he do? He goes outside, or he thinks he can protect himself with an umbrella. But the umbrella breaks. And I keep closing it up on him. He kept trying to open it, kept closing. He got so mad. This umbrella is a piece of junk made in Taiwan, of course. They don't make things good there. That's how it's a joke. Now I don't know if I want to joke about that, but that was what I did now because it was done years and years ago. Then all of a sudden, meteors fall down. Look at like, duh. And I was being funny in some of the scenes. The meteors fall down. He walks away. That's why I should be safe here. And then I drop meteors on him again. And then there was a scene where I dropped the meteors, about to drop the meteors, and he's covering himself. And they stop. I stop on purpose when he opens his eyes. And he looks up like that. Animator. Then I make them fall on his head. And he goes, ah. And then, of course, before the moon's full, the weather was changing too, because I forget they going around and around and around. This is before the moon started to fall. So then, because they're going around, it's getting hot and cold, hot and cold, hot and cold so fast. So that's what's when the weather started to change. Now the crazy weather, the weather started to change. It's kind of what's going on right now. The weather's changing. It goes from winter to spring to summer to fall. Winter, spring, summer, fall. The computer says winter, spring, all in one day. Picture winter, spring, summer, and fall, the whole every day. And here's a scene of Biggie. When it was winter time, he was freezing. Oh, this is cold. And in the scene, he gets frozen like a popsicle. And the astronauts, Apollo 11 astronauts, bring him into a warm fire to warm him up, to defrost him. And when he got defrosted, he went, yo! He blasted off. And then Buzz Aldrin put a basin of water in there as it was coming down. And he goes, and he falls into the water, and Buzz Aldrin said, splashdown, right on target. And then Big Sis says, Buzz off. He's like, that wasn't funny. Then, what happens? Well, one by one, first Io, then all the rest. All the moons, no matter where Biggie went. The moons are falling. All the others see the moons falling. They run. Where do you think they run? Well, actually, there was eclipses happening too. There's a whole bunch of eclipses happening before that happened. And I was enjoying all the eclipses that were happening. Biggie said, these are the moons that are going to fall. Oh, that's because we're in a different orbit. We can see eclipses all the time. Look at that. And he's like, oh, boy. You said you were going to believe me. These moons are falling. Just like the first one. And of course, like usual, no matter where Biggie goes, one moon falls on top of him. He walks someplace else, the other moon falls on top of him. He goes someplace else, the moons are all falling on top of him. And he gets buried under all the moons. All the moons, all 16 of the moons fall on top of Biggie. And he got buried under all the moons. Now, everybody thought that was the end of Biggie. Embryo was sad. He said, Biggie. And they all thought that they should have believed him. They all said they thought, I guess the moon's got him in, You get hit in the head with 16 moons, and then now 67 moons. How is somebody going to survive that unless you're a cartoon, right? So Sam comforts Embryo, and the Embryo is very sad. And he starts to cry. In the scene, there's a very sad scene where Embryo's crying. I tried to comfort the alien because Biggie was his best friend. That was his first friend. And I said, don't worry, we'll be like Biggie to you. We'll take care of you, And he said, but you're not Biggie. And all of a sudden, they see him in the moon, and the moon start to move and all. And they see that Biggie is alive. And they go, Biggie's alive. They were happy and everything. And I see Biggie peeking out of the moons, and he's saying, please, get me out of here. He climbs out between the moons and said, please help me out of here. Good thing there was a crevice in the ground I was able to hide under. Okay, I begin to feel snores. So Sam gets his trusty handy-dandy machine again. The one to help Carl? Well, he got Biggie out, moon by moon. And they celebrate. Now, there was lots and lots of scenes in the movie, a lot of funny scenes that happened in here in between. And there were parts where Carl Sagan again is walking, reading a book, and he falls into the hole that one of the moons made. And he goes up and down again. And they got to get him out again with the handy-dandy machine because he didn't realize that he fell back in the hole again. Carl was walking, reading a book, got that hole was in the ground, and he fell in it again. He was reading the book and walking by. Then, of course, the atmosphere was disappearing, like I was saying, and everybody started to float. The air was getting lighter because all the moons are gone now. So the gravity is starting to, getting lighter. And Hayes, because all the moon dust from the moon's falling and everything, he sneezed and he sneezed himself out into orbit. So Hayes sneezed from the moon dust and he went flying. He went flying outward bound. You see, because there was no air. So he sneezed himself away and he got caught into an orbit. And here's the Earth, and he sneezed because there was no atmosphere where it was sneezed. Didn't take that much of a push because the atmosphere was dead and it got through. So he sneezed and he got caught in the gravitational pull, like the way satellites go. Hayes became a satellite, and as of course the circle got smaller and smaller, he came back down again. So when the orbits got smaller, Hayes landed and he was okay. And then he said, you know what? The environment is getting hard to handle. So everybody had to put on astronaut suits. And here's Jim all suited up and said, come on, everybody, let's put on some astronaut suits so that we can be protected by this zero gravity, just in case our air supply disappears or something. Let's be protected from the environment because it's not the same environment we are used to. So here they all get suited up as Jim Lobo and Fred Hayes suiting up. And here's Hayes. He's all suited up and ready to go. And let me see what it says on there. As the atmosphere, microgravity becomes also the atmosphere was microgravity because of the ozone layer and the moon's disappearing. Everybody starts to float. And that's what it says on here. Okay. I don't know if I showed you Hayes' picture that good. I'm sorry. There we go. Hazy. And then here's Biggie and Embryo suited up. All of a sudden, Hayes again. He sneezes again. But this time it didn't make him fly away, but he sneezed Embryo off Biggie's shoulder. And Embryo went outward bound. And this is where Hayes sneezed Embryo out. But because the gravity was thinner, all you have to do is jump up and then fly. So Biggie jumped up after him. And Hayes was like, oh no, what did I do? Biggie goes outward bound to catch Embryo and get him back. But at this time, they thought Biggie and Embryo were gone. No way to return. So were sad. They don't know, never see Biggie again. But at this time, Biggie and Embryo were floating all around the atmosphere. He's here from Earth. They went around Jupiter, and then they went outward bound, and they were traveling into space. And I guess having the time of their life, knowing that this may be maybe their last few moments, so they might as well enjoy themselves. But everybody said, let's not give up. Let's all pray. Let's see. I got this out of order here. Yeah. Sam says, let's all pray. Maybe the Lord will bring Biggie and Embryo back home. Let's all have faith. Let's pray to the Lord. And let's pray that they'll have a safe return back. Just like Hayes when he went outward bound, I am sure there's a way that they'll come back. Let's have faith. So everybody prayed for the safe return of Embryo and Biggie. At this time, Earth was falling right into Jupiter's gravitational pull. So as they were all praying for Embryo and Biggie to come back home, at that time, Embryo and Carl Sagan was the only one that didn't pray. They didn't pray. Carl Sagan was too busy at the computers. And ain't that the problem sometimes? People are too busy to pray to the Lord when there's a problem. It's always good to pray to the Lord when you have a big problem. And this is what it says. Carl, everybody prayed except for Carl. He was just too busy to pray. He was just too busy to pray. He just couldn't understand why, in the middle of a crisis, ain't that something? In the middle of a crisis, everybody would just stop everything and pray. Doesn't that sound like today? Ain't that amazing? I wrote that on this cartoon picture all those years ago. And doesn't this kind of, you see the words? I don't know if it's spelled right, but that's exactly what happened today. That we having a crisis right now, right? But everybody's too busy to pray. Just like that one in Corinthians, my people who are called by my name will humble themselves and pray. I remember that Corinthians. I'm going to go back into that. Wow, this is when I read this, I was like, I got to read this again. Carl Sagan was just too busy to pray. He just couldn't understand why, in the middle of a crisis, everybody would just stop everything. Stop everything. We're in the middle of a crisis. And ain't everything stopped? The Lord wants us to pray. And just stop everything and pray. That's the answer to what's happening today. Let's all pray to the Lord. You'll be surprised what the Lord can do. Because as Carl Sagan doubted prayer, he was getting nervous and saying, come on, guys. And all of a sudden, the earth was being caught in Jupiter's gravity. And the earth, just like the moons, are falling, but not falling because all the weight and the moons that were hitting the earth was pushing it closer to Jupiter. Now Earth is falling into Jupiter. And Earth will be engulfed in Jupiter in a collision course. And Carl Sagan sees this on the computer and says, come on, we're really in a crisis now. The Earth is falling. At this time, as that's happening, Biggie and Embryo see the Lord. And the Lord tells them, you got to tell Carl when you go back, because the Lord's going to return him. You go back. I tell Carl that I'm in control of the cosmos. And if he'll pray and humble himself, like that scripture, I'll put everything back to order again, the way it used to be. Because I'm the one. I'm the creator of the cosmos. And I control the cosmos. And I can do anything at will because I'm God. I allowed all this to happen just for him to be saved, for him to realize that he needs me. And Biggie says, okay, Lord, I'll go back and tell him, but he's not going to believe me. Nobody believes me. Oh, don't worry. He'll believe you. You're going to appear right in front of him. So do what I say. And then Biggie said, okay, I will, Lord. And then Biggie and Embryo appeared right in front of Carl. Then he came to understand that the Lord of the cosmos has it all under control. Because in this scene, he goes, duh, duh. And he's like shocked. But he comes to know that the Lord is in control of the cosmos. And he is the creator of all it is. And everything is back to normal, just like the Lord said, because Carl believed in the Lord and put the cosmos back in order. And he has the astronauts sitting down having the traditional eggs and steak breakfast in celebration. And then, of course, it's a funny scene where Jim is saying, well, I'm glad we're back. And he's shaking the pepper inside, and Hazy's getting ready to sneeze. And as Hay sneezes, the dish of hams and eggs falls on top of Biggie's head. And Biggie says, I would rather have my breakfast on the plate, not on my head. and that's alignment two. There's a whole lot more to the story. It's let's do embryo. And play. It's really a. Then there's a part two of it. They wind up back in the black hole. They go on their journey and they wind up seeing embryos. That's alignment two, which is impact, and then that's the impact with the Shoemaker leaving number nine. There's so many more shows to show you and so many more stories. So that's just one of my stories I wanted to share tonight. And I got let's see. A lot that goes into making a cartoon. It takes a lot to put a cartoon together, especially if you're doing stop action animation like I did here. These are just a few pictures. I had to make about I did about to make the whole entire movie. I had over 1,000 drawings I had to make that. 1,000 drawings to make a 2-hour, 15-minute movie. Now, of course, it would have been more drawings, but I used some of the drawings over and over again for some scenes, the talking close-up talking scenes. I did a couple of different views. I kept using the same ones over, just changing the movement of the mouths, so I can cut down my work on that. Like I was saying, in the cartoon, let's see, where's my excuse me. I'm looking for something. It should have been here. Got a lot of papers. Need a drink. My throat's. Oh. Yeah. I'm looking for something. Where did it go? Where it go? Where it go? Where did it go, my George? Where did it go? Pardon me. I can't find what I'm looking for. I know it's over here somewhere. Where do we go? Where do we go? I know I've been someplace. You know, when you can't find something and you need it right away, doesn't that drive you crazy? You know you had it 2 seconds ago. Okay, I'll find it for next time. This is a song in my cartoon. Let's see. Maybe I'll save that one for next. That won't match what I want to do. Okay. Well, I can't find something. I'll continue that in the next thing. It's not important right now. That was a different thing. Now, my next video, I'm going to do something different. I'll be at 10:30 a.m. in the morning. Jason, if you like to paint or draw, watch me paint a picture. I'm going to paint a painting along with my friend. Now, I have a friend that one of my neighbors, and I'm dying to see her. She's dying to see me. And we usually sit together and paint pictures together. We were painting this scenery. See this pretty scenery here? We were painting this together before the coronavirus broke out. And we both have paintings half started. And she misses painting along with me. So I'm going to do a live stream for her tomorrow at 10:30. I'll be in a different location. I'm probably going to do it on my porch area. And I'm trying to see if I can set it up now and get it ready. But we're going to be painting this picture here. We have already started this picture. And this is how far I got on that picture. And we're going to be painting this tomorrow. We're going to be finishing this off. If you looked at Bob Ross paintings, I kind of did it in his style, the way he paints, and along with some of my original style. I mean, I started the sky the way he starts his skies, and I did the mountains the way he does his mountains. But I did my background colors the way he does it too. I blended the colors together, and I was making to see the details. how the original picture is. Let me get a better view. Compare the picture to this. See, got it now. The next part we have to do is we got to add in some more details in here, details over here. These little, as he called the foothills or these little baby trees, and then I got to add in these trees. So that's really the next part of the picture that I'll be doing. So we'll be painting this tomorrow at 10:30 on my next stream. If you want to start a painting, uh, this is what it looks like. We're starting a picture. If you're very talented, try to do it. If not, just watch me do it. It's kind of fun. And then later on in the day, I'll probably do another one of my cartoon fun videos like I did tonight. If I could do 2 streams in one day, depends how busy I've been trying to get things together. Well, that is what I got planned for tomorrow at 10:30. Jason, you can see it if you want to watch me paint. And everybody else wants to go in. I do a little more arts and crafts. So I'm going to co-title it Paint Me a Picture. So stay tuned for that at 10:30 tomorrow. And give it take a few minutes. May start a little later or a little bit earlier, depending on how soon I can get things set up. It depends, from day to day. We just take every day by faith. We live by faith, but not by sight. But when we have the Lord in our heart, everything goes all right. This is RG Jubilee saying goodbye for now, and see you next time. Roger and Roger out, as my astronaut friends would say. See you around. Bye.